Hi friends, today we are going to read a story called It's a Fruit, It's a Vegetable, It's a Pumpkin, and we're going to find out a little bit more about pumpkins. It's a fruit, it's a vegetable, it's a pumpkin. What is the biggest fruit or vegetable that you can think of? A watermelon may be hard to lift, but pumpkins grow even bigger. A pumpkin could weigh as much as 800 pounds. Farmers show off their biggest pumpkins at the country fairs or state fairs. Pumpkins grow on vines. A vine is a plant that doesn't stand up by itself. Some vines cling to walls or trees or posts. The vines that bear large fruits or vegetables like pumpkins grow along the ground. Melons and cucumbers, zucchinis and gourds also grow on vines. Is a pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable? Botanists or scientists who study plants tell us that a pumpkin is a fruit. You might think of it as a fruit when you eat it in a pumpkin pie. But pumpkin is also served as a vegetable or when it's made into soup. In fact, pumpkin is really a kind of a squash, and most people call squash a vegetable. Among the first people to raise a pumpkin were Native Americans. Pumpkins were eaten at the very first Thanksgiving feast by the Pilgrims in 1621. Today, pumpkin pie is a favorite dessert, especially with Thanksgiving dinner. There's one time of year when you see pumpkins everywhere. That's Halloween. Halloween pumpkins have faces and are called jack-o'-lanterns. You see grinning jack-o'-lanterns in windows if you go trick-or-treating. You see them at Halloween parties, along with goblins and skeletons, bats and black cats. To make a jack-o'-lantern, draw eyes, a nose, and a mouth on a pumpkin shell and have a grown-up cut it out. Then scoop out the pumpkin until it is hollow. People used to light candles inside of jack-o'-lanterns, but it's not a good idea to do that because a candle can start a fire. A flashlight is much safer. If a pumpkin is too small to be carved, you can still make a jack-o'-lantern out of it. Just paint a spooky face on the pumpkin. Spooky, but in a funny way. You wouldn't want to scare your friends and family, would you? And that's the end of the story. So we have learned in the last couple weeks a lot about pumpkins. So now what you guys are going to do is you should have a paper that looks like this that you got in the last book bag that you picked up. And you are going to, on this page, cut out all of these different things. You have a seed, a sprout, a vine, a flower, a green pumpkin, and then a pumpkin. And you are going to put them in order to make a life cycle of a pumpkin. So what does a pumpkin start out as? You're going to put the picture here, and then it becomes, and you're going to go all the way around to see the life cycle of a pumpkin. Then you're going to upload it to Seesaw, and I can't wait to see it. Bye, friends.